Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be with you today. Padme just joined me. I swear she knew I was going online live. Photobomb. Okay, I guess she's going to join me during this show. Such timing. Okay, that was not planned at all. So I'm happy to be with you today. Can everyone hear me? I hope so. So far, no one has chatted. Oh, she's giving me kisses. She's playing with my hair. She's being so cute. Okay, patty cakes. All right. She loves you. Manifest with Madeline. Hi. I guess she's going to join us. You can all hear me okay? I'm not using my headphone. I hope so. Yes. Okay. I'm hearing yeses, so I'm assuming it's in response to my question. All right. So I am Veronica. I'm happy to be with you today. Today we are going to talk about manifesting just about anything, and I'm going to help you with whatever you're trying to manifest right now. So I'm going to be taking live questions, whatever you would like. I'm just going to be taking them at random. We'll get to that in just a moment. I'm excited. I'm happy. If you would like to learn more about me, and I think she might stay like this the whole time. It's really funny. It's like her profile. If you would like to learn more about me, VeronicaIsles.com is the place to go. I have coaching packages, and she's kicking. I don't want her to turn it off. Coaching packages. She's making me mess up today. Okay. I have coaching packages at VeronicaIsles.com. You can learn about me there as well. I also have self-study courses, VeronicaIsles.teachable.com, as well as an amazing app for iPhone. Details on that are below. Okay, so I've said everything I need to say. Now we are going to all manifest together. Let me just adjust the volume a little bit louder. Okay. So let's take some questions. How can I manifest a totally new person? That's exciting. In fact, I plan on releasing new videos on how to manifest a soulmate, because I know a lot of you have a specific person in mind, but a lot of you don't. A lot of you just want a brand new person. And I always say to identify exactly what you want in a mate, in a companion. And don't be afraid to get super specific. Oh, she's kicking. Okay, I gotta move her. Padme, come on. Okay. She was kicking the screen. Okay, so don't be afraid to get super specific, because a lot of people are afraid. They're like, well, how can I find a person that has every single one of these things? How can I find a person that actually has these qualities? Well, I do think that for whatever you can imagine, like, for example, if you like a particular hair color, height, eye color, a certain personality, you want them to like the same quirky things that you do. I really think it's all possible. I mean, you can manifest just about anyone. That person exists. That person will find their way to you, down to the exact specification. So you can write it down on a list or just daydream upon this type of person. And don't try to figure out how you're going to meet this person. For example, don't then stress out about, well, how on earth am I supposed to find this person? Just know that they, in fact, exist and will find you. And she was being naughty. Okay. I had to push her out of the way. She keeps kicking the computer. Okay, let's take another question. And she just wants to answer the questions too. Good vibes, I guess. All right. It's the Padme show today. Okay, let's take this question. How can you manifest your ex? I lost his number. How is he supposed to contact me? Well, that's the cool thing, is that when you manifest someone, they can literally find their way to you. So again, and it's similar to the last question, don't look in terms of logistics. Like, how on earth am I supposed to find this person? Logistically, I can't put it together. You won't be able to put it together. Like, your logical mind will not figure it out. Your higher mind can. The universe, your perfect self, can exactly find the perfect route, the perfect way. Your divine intelligence, which is you, the highest part of you. And it doesn't matter, like, if your ex doesn't have your number, or if you've blocked them, or if you think there's no logical route to actually being in contact with them. Doesn't matter. You just imagine you and this person together, loving on one another, cuddling, sharing wonderful time together, laughing, whatever you want to do with this person, because you want to manifest your ex because you want experiences with them. So start identifying the experiences, not the logistics of how you come together. There's a great film called A Tale of Winter. It's by Eric Romer. I think it came out in the 90s. It's sort of hard to find in the United States. I think it's more accessible in Europe. But I always say to look to this movie. It's not a law of attraction movie by any means. In fact, I think they attribute this to like fate or religion. I'm not even sure. But I always look at it as a law of attraction film because it's this girl who has a fling with someone. And I forget how they lose touch, but she gives birth to his child. And this is like the only person who she can be happy with. In fact, she dates other people and they don't come close to even satisfying her. Like it's always incomplete because she wants to be with this person. Well, spoiler alert, how they come back together is she is riding the bus one day and her daughter says, "Daddy," and he like took the same bus and he's there. Poof. Universe put them together, put them on the same bus route. Poof, together. No one had one another's numbers, no way to contact one another. I'm not even sure they had exchanged last names. So it's a great film to watch if you're looking for inspiration. Eric Romer's A Tale of Winter. I would highly recommend it. Okay. I do love films for inspiration. Let's answer this question. Hello, Veronica. And they put an accent mark over the O. I love that. My specific person answered my text after almost a week. I sent him a text. Should I continue the conversation or let him contact me again? Well, I always say to reciprocate, never initiate. So it's fine to respond. Now, if, for example, your specific person hasn't responded after that, then I would still put yourself in this feeling that they're going to reach out, that they're going to contact you, that you're going to have these experiences together. I wouldn't like bombard them with messages though, like, "Hey, you haven't responded yet." Like that doesn't get you anywhere. I would let them do the heavy lifting, let them do the work, let them make the effort to be with you. So it's not about you convincing them, about you saying, "Hey, wait a second, don't forget me." We don't want any of that kind of energy. You just kind of want to do your own thing, feel good, feel like you're destined to be with one another. It's your destiny to be together. And how wonderful that would be. So let the other person do it and feel like the other person will, that the universe will orchestrate, like playing Cupid, like playing matchmaker, just having you come together amazingly, that they want to get in contact with you just as much as you want to get into contact with them. So it's a mutual thing. It's not a one-sided thing where you just want them and they don't want you nearly as badly. She is not going to leave me alone. No, she's not. Okay. You know what? Everybody should take a lesson from Padme right now. She is in the loveliest energy, like seriously, where all she does is she just wants to purr and rub her face against everything. Like that's the manifesting mode right here. She is determined to live her best life ever. So take a lesson from my Russian blue. I don't know if she actually is a Russian blue, but she looks awfully like them. She's a stray. She came from Tennessee, from animal control, believe it or not. She was rescued and brought to Chicago, where I adopted her. She came from animal control in Tennessee. My baby. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think someone's spamming. The message that says, "Oh my God, it really works for me. He came back to me. I'm so glad it worked. Who needs any help?" If you see a message like this on any of my comments, this is spam. This person is not going to help you. How do I block this person? This person is trying to advertise things right now during my live show. Oh, I'm going to hide user. Yes. Amazing. Yes. Don't fall for it. These people, they sort of they will post in response to your comments, and it really sucks. And I try to get to them before people will actually contact these people on WhatsApp. I don't know what they do, but I know they charge money and I know they're a fraud. So I do apologize. Nothing I can do about it. They keep creating new accounts, new usernames, and they always say the same thing. "Oh my God, it worked for me. Who else wants help?" So don't fall for it. Okay. So let's get back to the good stuff. And Padme is sitting on me. Once again, if you're just joining me right now, I'm Veronica, and I do these random live shows. They are never scheduled. They just happen whenever I feel inspired to come online live. So yeah, if you want to be a part of the next show, you got to either follow me on Instagram, because I announce it there, or subscribe to me. And hit the bell icon too, because YouTube will alert you. At least that's what I've been told. I've gotten alerted for other people, so I know it works. Okay, let's answer this next question. How do I manifest a boy that blocked me? Okay, I love him so much. I really want to be with him. He wanted to be with me, but I don't know what happened. You don't have to know what happened. I think this happens a lot where the person shows interest right away, and then suddenly they don't show any interest, and you're like, hey, wait a second. I want you. Come back. This person can come back. Once again, you're going to imagine what's called the end result, which is kind of a strange way to put it, because it's not actually the end, but it's a scene that signifies that your desire has been met. So it is sort of like a solidifying scene that shows that you are together. So this boy you want to be with, I hope he's not too young. If he's a boy, let's hope maybe he just has boyish charm. But you want to be with this person, and this works for boys of any age. You want to attract someone who's 70. You can do that. You can attract any age, any age. But if you are over 18, only attract people who are over 18. I do want to stipulate that, because I don't want to encourage, someone who's like 25 to attract a 15-year-old, because that's pretty creepy. Okay, so you're going to imagine you together with this person. You love him. Okay, so why do you love him? What would you love to do together? How would you imagine he would love you? In fact, that's a really good question. So we always say, I love my specific person so much. Well, you need to instead imagine them loving you. You imagine you loving them so much, and like the thought of them, you love it, you idolize it. But we need to imagine them loving you. You want this relationship to actually come into the physical, to actually become a reality. Then you need to imagine also being loved, and also being seen in the same way, even idolized, fantasized about. You want this person to commit to you. Imagine that they only have eyes for you, that you are their perfect person. So we're going to put more emphasis, more feeling on them seeing you in this way. So imagining from their point of view, imagining that they can see you like this, raising your idea of yourself. And this is why self-love is just so important, because you have to at least see yourself as being lovable. You may not have a perfect opinion of yourself. You may still have issues. You may think you have flaws. That's okay. But you still have to see yourself as capable of having someone fall in love with you, being loved. It's kind of a prerequisite. Oh, we got another spammer. Let me hide that. Hide user. Oh, jeez. Okay, here I got an actual question now. What should I be saying to the universe? Okay. He said we had issues that he didn't think could be fixed in the future. Where did it go? And he broke it off last Friday. Okay, well, first of all, I am so sorry. I would stop reliving what happened last Friday in your mind, as if this is the truth, as if this is written in stone, as if this is cemented, as if this is never going to change. Okay, so he said that he felt you had issues that he didn't think could be fixed. Okay. Well, obviously you don't see these things as issues. You think they can be fixed. You think there's hope. So the way that you approach these issues, approach the situation, the way that you think about things, start to imagine that a part of him could also feel this same way, could also have a mutual or a synchronistic feeling. So what should you be saying to the universe? Well, the universe is you. So you're really just talking to the highest part of yourself that knows exactly how to win him back. You shouldn't be begging. You should sort of be giving gratitude, proclaiming the experiences that you want. So when you are setting your intention, you're talking to the quote unquote universe. You're just identifying the types of experiences that you want, almost like it's part of a catalog. It's part of, pick and choose, multiple choice. You're picking the one you want, and all options are available to you. So it's not from a limited standpoint. So what do you want to experience with this person? How would it be beautiful? How would it be perfect? How would it look if you were back together? If the breaking, the fact he broke it off, if that never happened? How would it look like if you were setting sail for a lifetime of love and perfection, being treated well? So you're not really asking for anything, you're just claiming because everything is available to you. Nothing is off limits. So you are thinking about what it would be like if he changed his mind. You're thinking about what it would be like if you spent a lot of time together, if he couldn't get enough of you. Whatever types of experiences that you want. These are the things you're focusing on, you're dwelling upon, but you're not thinking about him 24/7. You're thinking about other stuff too, thinking about other goals, thinking about other things that make you feel good and make you happy in this moment. And again, we don't relive the breakup. That's really important to omit that. To omit like a broken record in your mind, him saying that these problems can't be fixed, these issues can't be resolved. Instead, remind yourself of a time where he said something encouraging. What did he say in the past when you knew you were on the same page? So those are the sorts of things you want to remember. Okay. Let's get, what can I do to get my mind off of him? I think this is the same person, actually. I don't think it will ever work. Well, of course, you don't have to think about someone else all the time. I'm not saying you can't think about him, but when you do think about him, try to have quality thoughts and try to not feel obligated to think of him. I think a lot of times when we're manifesting a specific person, that you think you have to think of them all the time. It's a requirement, or otherwise it'll get forgotten or lost. It's not the case at all. But you are in control of your own mind. If it feels overwhelming, try to just turn off all thoughts and come to a place of peace. Come to a place of trying to get yourself relaxed or feeling comfort in this moment. You're comforting yourself that everything is going to be okay. Okay. What do we got? What if someone else is manifesting the same person? You don't put your thoughts there. You could fear so many different things. Like that is a fear. So why are we focusing on fears? We're not. We're not going to focus on fears. We're going to focus on what we love instead of what we fear. It's your choice, good or evil. Do you focus on what you want, or do you focus on what you don't want? You obviously don't want someone else to be manifesting the same person. You don't want that. So we don't put our focus there. Your life is going to consist of where your focus is. So you stop seeing other people as a threat. Like you say to yourself, well, even if someone else was manifesting my specific person, it wouldn't matter. I would still be with them. Because you are the creator of your world. But if you're creating that you're afraid of someone else manifesting your specific person, then you're going to create a third party. You're going to create that very thing. So ask yourself, what do you want to create? What do you want to be in your experience? Oh, Padme just shook. I'm going to try to move her. She has been on my lap this entire time. Okay. She is going to move over there. I don't understand. She really wanted to be with everybody. But she was slapping her ears. When cats, they shake their head, their ears flap. That's what she was doing. Okay. So like I was saying, you're going to focus on what you love. And you don't love the idea of someone else manifesting your specific person. Manifesting isn't a competition. It's not like you're entered in a drawing or a raffle or a contest where there's judges. And there's judges judging who gets to have this specific person. Like, that's ridiculous. But if those are the types of things that are going through your mind, then you're going to start fearing that you're inadequate. You're going to start fearing that you're not good enough, that you're not manifesting properly. You're going to feel like you're in a competition. Like, you're going to unnecessarily put yourself in this strange competitive world where you feel like anyone could be manifesting this person. And you're going to set yourself far away from actually being at one with your desire. Okay, I hope that could help. All right, let's answer another question. Okay, Veronica, what affirmations would you suggest using to permanently get rid of a third party? Well, getting rid of a third party means you are with your specific person. And I'm actually planning on making a video on this very subject. So I never say to focus on affirmations that merely get rid of the third party that's with your specific person, because nowhere in that have you proclaimed that you are with your specific person. So what's more effective is just focusing on you and your specific person. No thought on the third party, no specific affirmations for the third party, just you and your specific person. And your specific person being faithful to you, meaning no third party. Third party doesn't exist. You plus him or her, and that's it. You and your SP. Done deal. No third party, just you and your specific person. I wish there was a different term for specific person. It's actually kind of hard to say. You and your special person. I don't know though, but then people looking for a specific person wouldn't come here because I would be using special person, not specific person. But don't get caught up on the third party. Like, we don't focus on the third party. We don't think about the third party. We give no energetic feeling to the third party. We give no passionate energy to the third party. We don't care about the third party. The third party doesn't trigger us. Doesn't matter. Like, we've forgotten their name. We don't even care what their name is or what they're doing. Doesn't matter. Just you and your specific person. Because that's what you want, right? You want to get rid of the third party and then have a new third party show up. That'd be completely useless. Is it normal? I don't know. I gotta pause on this one. It's kind of long. Is it normal? It's taking a long time for the new self concepts to show up in the reality with people I keep feeling. I keep feeling like I'm tested by people who didn't know my worth previously. Bridge of incidents. There are a lot of fragmented thoughts there, but let me see if I can get to the heart of it. I think that new self-concepts do take a moment to solidify. I do think that people will not automatically respond to your new self-concepts, so you need to give them a break. You need to let it happen. I think that it's not instant. And sometimes there's some residue left over, like it doesn't completely harden into the new result. And then sometimes you have stuff that's like lingering, and that's okay. I think that you have to just stick with it. Like, are these new self-concepts of yourself? Is that who you want to be for you? Or are you doing it to change their reaction only for their reaction? If you're doing it based on only their reaction, then you'll just kind of keep running around in circles. The way they respond to you will change when you agree that this is who you want to be for you, because that's what feels best for you, not to get a reaction or to change someone else. They change as a result of your commitment to the new you, because that's who you want to be. That's who you've decided you are going to be. End of story. Or bust. Like, you just are going to be that new self because that's all you can be now, because that's who you want to be. You're excited to be that. And if you base it on you, and you excited to be there for you, then you won't be noticing so much that the people around you haven't changed yet, because you'll be so preoccupied with being in love with how the new you that it won't matter so much. And then they'll change kind of before your very eyes. It'll just seem so natural, like it was going to happen all along. Oh, that's my phone. It's ringing. I swear I turned it off. I guess I didn't. Okay. I swear I turned it off, but apparently I didn't. Okay. I'm in love with the new me, and so is my specific person. Heart XOXO. That's perfect. See, that's perfect. I love that. Jamie Mills, thank you. That is absolutely perfect. I see my SP every day at my job. How do I deal with that? I would let it work in your favor. Like if you see your specific person at your job, like that's great. Don't let that rattle you or make you feel uncomfortable, even if they're acting cold to you. Even if they are not acting in the way you want them to act towards you, still use it as an opportunity to flaunt your best self, to be in love with life, and to just be the life of the party, even if you're not an extrovert. Still be the life of the party as an introvert, because that aura around you of being happy, being content, being at one with yourself, knowing yourself. Like I said, extrovert or introvert doesn't matter. If you know yourself, like it shows, like that feeling is there, that energy is there. So while your specific person, like it doesn't matter if you see them all the time, they'll still be able to feel it. Like it is a satisfied feeling to actually be in their presence and to be able to be your best self and to have it show. So I think that you let that work to your advantage, not let it discourage you. There is a reason why you see them every single day. Let that encourage you. And again, don't go by how they're acting or how they aren't acting as a means of how to feel. Just feel like you inevitably will be together. And how good that feels and how wonderful that feels. And just let it naturally come together whenever it does. Do we attract cheating? If so, why? Well, we attract everything. So if you've been cheated on, and I was cheated on many times, I know at least in my experience, it always happened because I was afraid that the person was going to treat me like garbage. I didn't have a very good self-image. So I assumed that the other person was going to either dump me, trash me, drag me through the mud, that I was inadequate. I think that you have to look at your own feelings. I think you could attract it on many different levels, but that we attract everything, good or bad. It's not a reason to blame yourself. I mean, the other person is still accountable for their cheating. They're not off the hook because you attracted it. But I do think, look at your ideas of self, your ideas of relationships. A lot of people hold the beliefs that all men are cheaters. I guess women cheat too. But I think that that's a bigger like thing, that, men are always looking for someone younger. I don't know, stuff like that. Like, don't hold those sorts of beliefs. Those are societal beliefs, like that relationships are hard or they end in heartbreak. So while you might not have a specific thought or specific fear about cheating, you might have a fear that the relationship is going to fall apart. You might have a fear that love is hard or that you can't really be with who you really want. So look at your concepts of self, your assumptions about life and what life can give you, what it can bring you. But like I said, if you've been cheated on, don't blame yourself. But do to examine what your feelings were during the time, what your beliefs were, and just sort of tweak from there, but from a way of self-betterment, not in a way of self-blame. I'm going to Dragonborn R. I like this. I like the name. Veronica, how do we know if we did enough manifestation? It's always enough. 3D world is not showing anything. I feel tired. That's the problem, is that you feel tired. No, where did it go? I feel tired. I just would like to have a little sign that I did good. It's the fact that you're looking for the little sign. You probably did better than you realize. If it's not showing anything yet, okay. That's okay. Bring it on. I always say that if I'm seeing complete contrast, I say, bring it on. I'm not going to budge. I'm going to be stubborn. I'm going to be stubborn to my desire, even if my current reality is showing the exact opposite. I am going to remain faithful, so faithful that nothing can break me. Nothing can break my will. Nothing can break my hope. I base my hope and my faith on my knowing that where there's a will, there's a way, and I'm not going to break. I think you need to stop feeling tired. You need to start feeling encouraged. Like the words that I just said, those were very powerful, empowering feelings. Nowhere in that was I tired or causing myself to work really, really, really hard. I was just like, end of story, done. It's mine. There's no exhaustion in that. Even if you've visualized once, it's totally enough. Like I'm sure everyone has experienced something that they either wanted or didn't want, that they imagined just once, and they, called it coincidence when it wasn't coincidence at all. So yes, you've done enough. I wouldn't do any more. I think the fact that you're thinking you need to do more is what's making you tired. I love your name, by the way. I think that, like I said, if the 3D world isn't showing anything, that's okay. You stick with it regardless. You give yourself a break from trying so hard. You just kind of let it be. You let it be. You're okay right now. Even if it's something you need really, really, really badly. You're just going to be okay in the moment, and that's when it changes. Okay. I have a super chat question that I need to get to before it disappears. Let's see. Jay Bunny. I've been trying to manifest X for over a year. And it sounds like the fans are going off on my MacBook. Sorry about that. If anyone can hear this, that's usually why I wear a headphone headset. The fans are going crazy. Okay. I've been trying to manifest an ex for over a year. We remained friends, but I recently told him we can't be friends because he still had feelings and was getting hurt. We haven't talked since. Well, I think it's good you put your foot down, because you need to think about your happiness first. And if being friends was making you feel worse, then absolutely you need to put your needs first. The fact you haven't talked since, okay, that gives you time to regroup. It gives you time to be your best self and to really identify what you want in this relationship. What you want with this ex, what you didn't want was being friends. So start to think about what it would be like to be in a romantic relationship again, instead of what it would be like to experience failure. Because it sounds like, you've been trying to manifest for over a year. So you're sort of been in that disappointed mode for all this time. But we're going to already feel like a winner, even if you haven't talked since. Even if you wonder if you're never going to hear from this person again. You are not going to get sad. You are going to stay upbeat. That you are meant to be with this person, and they are going to realize it. They are going to regret that it took this long to come back together, and they are going to only see you as their specific person. Okay. Of course, someone else super chatted me now as the fans are going wild. Oh, I think I've lost the regular chat. How did I do that? Okay, there's super chat. How do I get rid? All right, here we go. Someone's talking. Well, let me know if the fans are crazy. There's nothing I can do about it, though. But this is going to be the last question. If anyone else super chats me afterwards, it will be saved for a future show. Okay, Faith Self-Love 10. All right. Please help. How can I get my ex-husband back? He's engaged now. I'm trying to take our daughter interstate to visit him where he's living with her. Okay. So it sounds like you have a lot of things going on right now that you do not want to have happening. Like you do not want him to be engaged. You do not want him taking your daughter interstate. Like you don't want these things. Question, what do you want? What do you want to have happen if you could pick in your wildest dreams, your best results, your best life ever? What would you pick? That is what I would tell you to focus on entirely, utterly, be true to, be faithful to, imagine with intent and purpose. Imagination doesn't have to happen just when your eyes are closed. Like you imagine all throughout the day. Whenever you think, you assume things, you think about this person, you are imagining. So let's start thinking about what you want your ex-husband to do. What would it look like if you were back together? What did it look like when you first fell in love? You have a daughter. Clearly you loved each other at one point, like he has loved you at one point. What did that feel like? we need to connect back with those feelings, connect back with what that was like, who you were then. Fall back in love with that person, with the evolved you that you are now, but with the aspects of that person who he originally fell in love with. And you, again, you don't react passionately to these current things that are frustrating you. You don't push them aside. You don't ignore them. But you don't react passionately to them. You save all of your passionate energy to creating the new and healed situation that involves all of the things that you want. I mean, it's interesting. You told me all of the things you don't want, except the fact, the things that you do want, all you said was you wanted him back, but you didn't go into detail about the things that you want to have happen. We tend to run into details with all the things we don't want. We explain that in great detail, but we don't explain in great detail with what we do want. It's like we're afraid to imagine it, afraid to identify it, for fear of being let down. Take that plunge, take that chance. The universe always says yes. Okay. Well, we are going to close up. The fans are going wild. I don't know if anyone else can hear that, but I can hear it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Expect many new videos soon, more from Yellowstone, more amazing things that will change your world. Don't forget to download my Affirmations app for iPhone. Take my new self-study courses. If you would like a free coupon for one of those courses, send me an email and I might be in a good mood and send you even like $100 off. You never know. Sometimes I'm generous like that. I also have coaching available at VeronicaIsles.com. I still have some spots left for July. The phone and text sessions are getting filled up in advance now. So if you do want to do a session with me, keep that in mind. But I'm happy to fit you in whenever I am able. And as always, I do have my specific person workshop package, and that can be started the very next day. Well, the very next business day. Padme says hello. She wishes you all well. And remember her manifesting advice to just start rubbing your face against everything and being relaxed and chill. And I bet you anything what you want will find its way to you. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Bye.